And now, ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of boxing. This is for the IBC Junior Featherweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trimmed with black letters and weighing in at 121 pounds. A native of Mexico, but now living and fighting out of Portland, Oregon, he brings a professional record of 14 victories, 7 by knockout, against 4 defeats with 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the challenger, Julio the Dreamer Portillo. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the blue trimmed with red and white letters, also weighing in at 121 pounds. From Laredo, Texas, he brings an outstanding professional record of 41 victories, 30 by KO, with only 2 defeats and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting a 2-time world champion and current IBC Junior Featherweight Champion of the World, Orlando Canizales.
Spoke to both fighters in the dressing room, cautioned them again, obey my commands at all times. Shake hands, good luck.
The question here, Jim, is whether Canizales can once again stoke the fires. He's in the twilight of a career. Does he have that fire in his belly to go back and challenge the best fighters at this weight?
His loss earlier this year to Wilfredo Vasquez was his first setback in 8 years. He took 3 months off, largely to deal with depression, and then came back, as we mentioned, to win 3 fights in a row at this new weight of 122 pounds. Portillo refused to make eye contact with Canizales in the middle of the ring during referee's instructions, but he'll have to look at Canizales now as the former champion bears in.
Don't hold him. Break. Come on.
Portillo content to jab and back away. Canizales moving forward all the time and trying to choose his openings as he does. In the fight in which we saw Canizales in January, his punches weren't sharp, and he had trouble putting them together in combinations. He contended yesterday he'd be much better tonight. Certainly looks a lot more confident in there than was the case against Vasquez.
Well, I give Vasquez some credit for making him look not quite as good as he wanted to look, but he was spectacularly unaggressive in that fight, even by his own admission. And that's why we're seeing him pressing the action here.
Portillo's jab not releasing as much now as he seems to get more and more cautious. Canizales trying to attack, but not finding a lot of openings so far against a very conservative Julio Cesar Portillo. Less than 30 seconds to go in the round. George, what do you make of this so far?
Well, in every fight, someone has to land the first punch. Canizales did, and so he set the tone.
10 seconds to go in the round. Orlando Canizales takes a grazing left hand from Julio Cesar Portillo as round 1 comes to a close. And as we go to Portillo's corner, Our translator for Spanish-speaking corners is Hector Garcia.
Corriste bien esta vez, corriste bien, ¿ok? Ok. ¿Cómo lo ves? Ok. Descansadito, descansadito. Usa más tu jab, usa más tu jab. No estás usando tu izquierda, quiero que uses tu izquierda más, ¿ok? Todo está bien. Estás cansando mucho, toma, agarra tus aire, no te desesperes. No te desesperes, cuidado, 2 golpes muy feos. Te abriste muy feo y te capió. No quiero que lo vuelva.
How do you feel? All right. Real strong right hands to the body, double up with the left hooks. Right hand to the body, double up with the left hooks, and come back with those jabs, all right? You can out-jab this guy. He's waiting, he's waiting, he's waiting. So get those jabs pumping. Back and him up.
Orlando Canizales had 16 consecutive successful title defenses at 118 pounds. That's a bantamweight record. At one point in his career, he won 23 consecutive fights.
Low angle, low angle, low angle.
And he has a brother, Gabby, who is also a bantamweight champion. Very unusual in boxing annals.
Family man from Laredo, Texas. Says once his boxing career is over, he'll be content to live the simple life there in Laredo. And now Canizales stepping up the aggression in round number 2. Hard left hand by Canizales, partially blocked by Portillo. And now a right hand puts Portillo down.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on.
He stepped in and delivered a perfect right hand.
And there was another one that just barely missed finishing this affair. Canizales goes down from a right-hand shot by Portillo.
4, 5.
And an embarrassed grin on the face of Orlando Canizales.
Come on.
A desperate right hand that found its mark. Very unexpected and very entertaining.
A minute to go in the round, and Canizales is going to get his opportunity to finish here if he'll just be patient enough.
I don't think he was knocked down at all.
Think it was a slip?
No doubt about it. He's charging in, lunging in, and he's lost his balance.
I agree, George. Yeah, it was a flash, sort of semi-knockdown. He was off balance, but he did go down, but a punch did initiate it.
Body shot puts Portillo down this time. And that was the best combination of the fight by Canizales.
7.
And let's see if Portillo still wants more. Richard Steele says no mas. Good stoppage. Portillo was loopy.
Beautiful. Beautiful right hand in the body of that.
Come on.
Orlando Canizales is, as I said earlier, a complete professional, full arsenal of punches. And he did show that he has some fire left in his belly and that he wants to move onward and upward once again.
And trainer Jesse Reed hoists him aloft for a little victory celebration. You heard Reed, like any really good trainer, complimenting his fighter on the body punch immediately.
We have a fight coming up later with Marco Antonio Barrera, the prodigy from Mexico, a wonderful fighter in this same weight class. I would love to see Canizales and him go at it. And I would love for you out there in the audience who haven't seen Barrera yet to get a real eyeful of someone who could be special.
Upside down, your belt's gone upside down.
The belt is upside down.
Upside down belt. Now let's take another look at the finish of this.
Well, that's that short right hand inside that he has set up with these left hooks and the jab. They're right in there. That was your classic 6-inch right hand with his whole shoulder in it. We'll get a better look from above. You can put that in a book about boxing on how to deliver the right hand. And now watch Canizales and see what that knockdown was. You could see it was off balance, but a punch did put him down briefly on one knee. A little embarrassing. And now Canizales moves in to see if he can end this. And it is ended right now for all intents and purposes.
Straight right hand and the body shot with the left hook. Those are the kinds of punches Canizales never got off January 7th of this year in his bout against Wilfredo Vasquez on HBO.
He was strangely passive in that fight, maybe nervous because a big fight for him in his hometown. It had been building up for such a long time. He was just moving up, and he wasn't a champion at that point. He was challenging for a championship, but this is a quality prize fighter. Unfortunately, in one of the weight divisions that aren't very popular in this country.
And final punch stat numbers between Orlando Canizales and Julio Portillo. Portillo gave a brave effort for about a round and a half before Canizales was able to put him away, and you see the difference in punches thrown and landed. Creditable effort there by Orlando Canizales. Jabs, and he used the jab to set up that short right hand that was the beginning of the end for Portillo. And the official particulars from Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Richard Steele has to call a halt to the bout. The official time, 2 minutes, 36 seconds of round number 2. The winner by TKO victory, and still the IBC Junior Featherweight Champion of the World, Orlando Canizales.
And one more look at some of the action from the end of the fight as Larry Merchant gets into the ring and gets set up for possible conversation with Orlando Canizales. And Portillo, before he went down there, was actually finished on a right cross. The body shot with the left hand was icing on the cake.
You got it. James Brown would say, you got it, drummer.
Is that what James Brown says? You got it, drummer?
You got it, so let the drummer go.
Let's go to Larry with Orlando Canizales.
Congratulations, Orlando. Tell us what you think you accomplished tonight against a fighter who is outclassed.
Well, you know, to be in this show, it was a magnificent win for me. I wanted to be in particular in this fight because I know that you know, millions of people will be watching, and if people didn't know who Orlando Gonzalez was, now they had an opportunity to see me today.
After holding a title for as long as you did and setting a record for defenses, and then you outgrow the division and had to give up the title, can you really work yourself up back at your age to getting another title?
Well, I still feel young, you know, I still have that motivation, you know. I've never been in a lot of wars, and you know, I'll keep myself healthy, and I think I still have a couple of years left in this sport, and you know, I know that as long as I keep winning, and you know, the other time give me an opportunity, I think I'm the best fighter at 122.
We're going to see Barrera later, an undefeated prodigy from Mexico. I understand once upon a time you guys almost got it on. Would you like to fight him if he keeps winning?
Oh yeah, if he keeps winning, and you know, he's considered one of the best, or if not the best at 122, and I want to prove the people wrong that I'm the best, and you know, I'm more than willing to fight him. I know I can beat him. I know I'm the best at 22 pounds, and you know, if that time comes, I'll make the best of that opportunity as well.
All right, let's take a look at the knockdowns at the end of this fight, and let you tell us exactly what you saw and what happened and how embarrassed you were when you went down.
Well, actually, I sleep. You know, he never knocked me down. You know, I was all balanced and I slipped. But prior to the first knockdown, you know, I jabbed. I think I double jabbed, and I came with a right hand, and it just caught him right, you know, right in the jaw, and you know, he was badly hurt. I'm surprised he got up, but you know, he was in good shape.
You never landed a better right hand than that one, did you?
Oh no, never. I mean, it was a great shot, straight coming in. He was coming in, and I caught him real good with the right hand.
Thank you very much, Orlando. Congratulations again, and now back to Nick Charles.
Well,